thank you for joining me to have a chat about the
leadership.
leadership.
Thank you for coming.
Oh, thank you. The leadership conference, HTB. So many questions, and we'll see how much time we have for them. But tell me first of all, the leadership conference. It's back again, but this time it's more than twice as big, I think. You're really taking on a challenge this year.
Well,
aren't you?
it's interesting. This is the sixth year. So the first year we had 750. Second year we had 1,800. Third year we went to the Albert Hall and we had 4,200. The next year we filled the Albert Hall and had a little overflow here. The next year we filled it and this was packed out. So we've had to go to a bigger venue this time, and we've gone to the Brompton Road and the Apollo. The difference is this year that the speakers are speaking in both venues.
Right.
So the Apollo is not an overflow.
Right.
It's a second venue. So Joyce Meyer, Father Raniero Cantalamessa, Robert Madu, Ken Costa, all sprinkle of glitter will be speaking in both venues, and that's really exciting. So yeah, I mean it's I think it's going to be an amazing event.
Yeah, definitely. Really interesting, Joyce Meyer coming over. Do you know Joyce? Have you sort of had a little bit of a background with her?
I've done 3 television programs with her. Years ago. I was in America and we did 3 programs together. So I don't know her well. I know her son better, and he's always come to the leadership conference, and he suggested this idea, which we thought was a great idea.
What do you think she'll be speaking on?
Well, the theme of the conference is unity. So we've got the Cardinal, Vincent Nichols, who's head of the Catholic Church in the UK, and the Archbishop of Canterbury together. We've got Joyce Meyer and Father Raniero Cantalamessa, who's the preacher to the papal household. Again, they're slightly different traditions.
Yes, I was going to say. I mean, if you want to do a conference on unity, what a great sort of display of people you can bring together on the same stage.
That's very much the vision, and unity across nations as well. There'll probably be over 100 different countries represented there. There's 1,600 people coming from around the world. There are so far over 50 archbishops and bishops booked in to the conference. So it's unity across the world and unity across the different parts of the church.
It's exciting. So what would you say, as it goes from strength to strength, what do you think the leadership conference is imparting to the UK as a whole? Because it's people from all kinds of church streams that are coming to it, isn't it?
Yeah, the leadership conference is not a conference specifically on leadership. It's a conference for leaders. And leaders in the broadest sense, because leadership is about influence, and all Christians have influence in their workplace, amongst their family, the community. So it's in the broadest sense, but it's to equip us for 3 things, which is the vision really. The vision is the evangelization of the nation, the revitalization of the church, and the transformation of society. So the conference is designed to equip, inspire people for those 3 things. So it's an amazing... Pippa and I went to a conference Hillsong put on in 2011 in Sydney. They very sweetly invited me to speak there. But the bonus for me was not speaking there, which I'm sure was of no value to them whatsoever, but for us being there for 2 days and experiencing amazing worship, inspiring talks, great ministry, we came back just transformed by those 2 days. So that's the vision for this conference, that all the people who come will leave that place like we felt, inspired, encouraged, amazing worship. We've got a whole range of people, Ruben Morgan from Hillsong leading worship, Tim Hughes and all the others. Then we've got these inspiring speakers from right across the spectrum, and then we'll have lots of ministry. So you can only really experience it if you're in the room. We're not live streaming it this year.
We're not?
No, it's not been live streamed. So, because we just saw how important it is to be there, to actually experience it. So yes, we're not live streaming this year, but we're having the people in person in both venues.
It's in terms, obviously, it's for leaders. It's not specifically necessarily about leadership. What for you though, as a leader, would you say you've learnt having put the conference on, if you like? Because that's a huge extra thing to be doing on top of everything else that you do here at HTB. What's been some of the lessons you've drawn in putting on this conference?
Well, I think we've been astonished really at how the response. I was very reluctant to put on a conference on leadership because I believe there's only one leader, and that's Jesus. And therefore, to talk about leadership always seems a bit pretentious. But we put it on very hesitantly. I needed a lot of persuasion to put it on. And then we saw this extraordinary response. And each year, it's got more and more amazing. The more it grows in numbers, it's not just growing in numbers, it's in impact and the sense of the Holy Spirit. And so we're trying to follow the Holy Spirit and see, what is the Holy Spirit doing? Why are all these people coming? And not only coming, but also leaving with such a different attitude, as we were after that conference at Hillsong, that sense of being filled up, inspired, fired up, and equipped for what we're all called to do. And this sense of working together. I think it's great that we have people from right across the spectrum, Russian Orthodox, hundreds of Catholics, hundreds of Pentecostals, Salvation Army, everybody in the same room. And I think that says something to the nation. This is, and it's, of course, they're both iconic venues in different ways, the Albert Hall and the Apollo in Hammersmith. But I think it will say something to the whole nation when they see those two venues packed out with people from right across the spectrum united around Jesus.
For more news, interviews and features that bring faith to life, visit premierchristianity.com and request a free copy of the latest issue.